Look at that. What an increase in quality. So in the previous two videos, we were able to first make a text classifier that writes a label on the type of email we're getting. And then we've improved the workflow in the second video where we're able to take more than one attachment and of different types. The next part would be, first of all, we need to have a label inside NA10 because these labels are only done on Gmail. We would want to have a set node that gets the labels here on NA10 as well. We want to have a merger that after the text classifier, everything ends up in the same place here with a merge node. Then we'll have two AI agents. One that will summarize everything that has been sent from the subject, email body, the two attachments. And then we want a drafter that is able to take all that info from the attachments to the email body and then be able to write a draft reply. For now, the draft reply is going to be just from prompts. Later on, have databases that can see the type of emails you've sent, is able to mimic you. This will become way more complex later. But for now, we'll just have the AI draft the emails for us. And then after both AI agents have done their jobs, we want to have a set node at the end that has everything that we have done so far, from thread ID to the draft. Later on in the playlist, we would want to have a person be able to see the summary, see the draft, and be able to edit the draft for his own liking before sending it. We have the Gmail that we used for the last two episodes here. For a quick reminder, it's hi Steven, we've opened the new backend developer position. They attached a job description for the backend developer position. And they've also attached an image of a Lego character. Okay, now let's execute the workflow. And perfect, worked just as we would expect. It went through the candidate label, which is the correct label, because there are people that are asking for a job position to be filled. Now, the first thing we need to do is to have a label inside NA10. To do so, we will just copy paste the set node. I did press twice. I don't know why I do that, but yeah. Unfortunately, I did make a mistake while recording this. I'll mention the mistake and how to fix it now. The mistake was that I was passing this code block right here in the attachment and then copy pasting the code block after the text classifier. So the fix is to have another set node that takes just the text from the code, and the attachment is only the text, not the code. Now that we've changed the edit fields, we also need to change the text classifier by making sure that we're pulling the subject from the Gmail trigger and the email body also from the Gmail trigger, and the attachments from the new edit fields node. Now let's copy the second edit fields, the one that has the attachment as text. Copy it once for the spam. We'll call the spam node. Also make sure that the attachment you're pulling is directly from the edit fields. We then want a fixed label name. Now we can copy this one 3 more times and edit them accordingly. Let's execute it one more time just to make sure that it all runs correctly. Alright, let's see what we get out. Good, we do get the label, the attachments, the thread ID, and everything. Perfect. Now we need to use the merge node here, because at the end of this pipeline, we can compile all the classifier branches in one place before moving to the next step. We'll now pick it and make sure that the mode is append. We need to change the number of inputs to 4 because we have 4 branches, and now we'll connect them all together. We'll now execute the workflow so everything gets passed through. We've got everything and the label as well. Now the next steps are going to be the AI agents, both the summarizer and the draft writer, as well as the final set node that will have everything from the merge node plus the draft and the summary. For now, let's just put down the AI agent and the final set node before writing any prompts. All I did here was I added an AI agent, gave it the chat model, copy pasted it also for the drafter, and then got the final set node. Now the items that are in the merge node are going to be unchanging, so we can just copy paste them into the final set node. And then added 2 empty fields, one for the summary and one for the draft. I also named both AI drafts the summarizer and the drafters. Now it's time to write the prompts for the summary. Summarize the following email. Here's the contents. We want to send over the name of the sender, the subject of the email, and the email body. We'll send over the attachments as well. We'll write if there are no attachments, just write for us that there are no attachments with the email. We can also add the label here to give the AI a better idea on who's sending us the email, to give us a better summary. Execute the step now to see what summary we'll get. Here it is, Stephen from Quantum Ledger is requesting help in sourcing candidates. We also get both attachments, which is good, the Lego character and the backend developer job description, which is great. Now for the draft writer, we want to say draft a reply to the following email. We'll do the same thing we did for the summary. We'll just send over the name, the subject, and the email body. Now, a cool trick here we can use is we'll write down the label, and if the label is spam, don't bother writing a draft response because we are not going to be using it. Now let's execute the step. We get a subject, which is renew backend developer position, which is great. Hi, Steven, thanks for reaching out. And then that we'll check the job description, and that we will text them back if we need any more questions answered. We have now both the summary and the draft email done. We go back to the final set node and just get the output for the summary and the output for the draft writer. Let's execute, and there we go. We have everything from the thread ID to the summary to the draft, everything in one place at the end of the workflow. And that's it. We have everything that goes from receiving an email to getting the attachments, extracting the info, and then writing a summary and a draft. Thanks for watching.